Hey everybody, Tony D. Little Joan is asleep somewhere. Oh, there she is. She's in the background over there. And this is a screenwriter's rant on Habit, a new gangster movie starring Bella Thorne. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books, links in the description. Wokeistan, a novel, Hollywoke, another novel, and of course the Pineys, books 1 through 6, book 7 dropping this month, all available at Amazon.com. Kindle Unlimited is free, and if you have Amazon Prime, you already have Kindle Unlimited. Join me at the Sunrose Bookstore in Ocean City, New Jersey, 756 Asbury Ave for a book signing on July 15th from 10 to noon. Hope to see you there. Let's get into it. Habit. This is a girl gangster movie about, I guess they're strippers, but then they also decide to exploit being nuns to raise money for some drug dealer they end up losing money for. And basically, it's just craziness. I'm not super enthused about the movie because part of the problem with characters that are, well, it's not really a problem. Like, so she's a bit religious, is I guess the premise. She's kind of religious, but she's also selling drugs and scamming guys, like selling crack to the horniest crackheads in LA was one of the lines. Which, okay, but normally what you would do if you're writing it as a screenplay, you would kind of set up that she has to do this, or that the crackheads are terrible people, and if they didn't give the money to her, they'd be giving it to someone else, or worse gangsters or something. You want to make your protagonist nice, and I don't really see a lot of niceness in any of this. I just see a lot of outrage or outrageous stuff happening, right? She takes drugs and she smokes and she acts like, she dresses up as a nun to raise some money, and then there's some more wild drug dealers. I mean, that you're essentially stealing money from nice people who think they're giving it to nuns can be funny if we know you're a nice person pushed to do this. But if you're not a nice person, if you're just a jerk, if you're just as big as a jerk as all the other people in this movie, then why do I care? There's one of the actresses, Paris Jackson. They're all beautiful, by the way. And the first one's in here somewhere. Yeah, there she is, Bella Thorne. It just seems an excuse to dress up as nuns and wave guns around and rob people. Which, back in the day, habit, get it? Nuns have it. And habit of drugs. Back in the day, this would have been outrageous. But this is 2021. Okay? This isn't 1985. If you made this movie in 1985, like, the Catholic Church would be off its rocker screaming, no, you can't release this movie, it's an affront to God. That doesn't happen anymore. Catholic churches, they don't have the influence they used to. So you're not being outrageous, I would say. I'm not seeing the positive. Like, normally when they show these characters, what you'd want to do is humanize them by saying, well, she has a kid, and that's why she does this. She has to do it for the kid, or else she won't have any money. Or she has a dog. Like, that's usually the give a character a pet, and you instantly humanize them, right? Or she, maybe she's a cat lady. She's got like 50 cats, and she takes care of them, and then you're like, I kind of like her. But she just seems like just another, hot chick in LA doing crazy stuff in order to get rich. That's no reason for me to like her. It's a reason that she's a gangster. It may motivate the various events in the movie, but it doesn't make me like her. And I have to like her to want to sit through this movie. And I might sit through the movie anyway, because there's hot chicks in it, and they're doing outrageous things, and they got guns or whatever. But if I don't like them, I'm not going to like the movie. I'm just going to get tired. As soon as there's not an action scene or boobies, I'm going to be like, can we hurry this along? Because I won't be invested. That's what you need. You need emotional investment in your characters. If people don't like them, they're not emotionally invested. That's why I kept trying to tell people when I reviewed the trailer for The Harder They Fall. if you undermine the character, if you watch True Romance, and I really think you should, it's a great movie. Christian Slater does all this crazy stuff with drug dealers and whatnot, but he's genuinely a likable guy who's in love with a girl. He's genuinely in love. There's a genuineness to him. He likes things. He's not a perfect guy, but he's generally a good guy. And you can get behind that. You can get behind love. There's no love here. There's no love story. There's just a woman cursing to God, and she's religious, and you might be able to do something with that if she was very religious. But she's not. She's killing people, smoking, and robbing people, sexually titillating them. That's not a religious person, even though she'll go into the bathroom and pray to God. She's doing all these blasphemous things. She knows better than anybody else in the movie that she is doing blasphemous things. So that doesn't make her a good person. Just because she gives lip service to God, so to speak. So this to me is a movie, and it may not be the case. Like, you may watch this movie and it turns out, oh no, there's other things that they didn't put in the theater, or in the trailer, but you need to put it's important to put in one likable thing about these characters. One likable thing. That they're friends. Maybe they're just friends. That's, friendship, that can drive the movie. I don't see it. Maybe she's not friends with these other girls. I don't know. They're kind of friends with the drug dealer, but he also kind of threatens them in the trailer. That's, he says, I know where you live. I know where your friends live. Well, that's not a small thing in that world. When a drug dealer threatens you, if you don't get his money, that's a big problem for everybody involved. So, August 20th, I'm going to pass. Unless, maybe there'll be another cut of the trailer or somebody says it's great. I got to pass. Because I think it's going to be just a bunch of cool stuff and a bunch of cool scenes with a bunch of cool characters trying to be cool. But if the characters don't grow, there's not a story arc, there's not somebody I like, how am I going to get behind this movie? And that's what you have to ask yourself, screenwriters. That's it for me, Tony D. We'll see you tomorrow.